guys, welcome back to Cannonball Repair. This is part 2 with the Chinese diesel heater. It's pretty crude setting up here, but it's just temporary testing purposes only. But what we're going to do, this is going to be the first fire up, and we're going to prime the pump and get that going, and then we'll go from there. All right, we've got everything wired up. I'm going to turn my power supply on. There it is. Come right on. All right. Now to prime the pump, you press OK and down at the same time. You got H off. Press up for H on. And now that you hear that clicking noise, that is the pump pumping. And then we can go down and it'll shut it off. So let me get y'all can see it pulling it up through the line. All right, we're going to turn the fuel pump prime on. You can see it drawing that fuel up. I done got it up to the fuel filter and had it about right in here, so it didn't have to pull so much, that way it wouldn't have to run dry for so long. Oh, here it's speeding up. It's getting some of that fuel in there, lubricating it. And once that fuel gets in that fuel pump and starts lubricating it, it should quieten down quite a bit too. Oh, there it is, it's coming out. Good deal. And listen, it's got a little quieter. Alright, well, I'm going to let it run all the way out and come out in the bucket here. That way that system will be fully primed. And we'll be ready to hook this into this line up to our intake, fuel intake right there, our inlet, and fire this thing up. Alrighty, we got fuel all the way up through the fuel pump and up to the inlet. So now we're ready to fire this thing up. Okay guys, let's turn this thing on. Here's the fan coming in, and you can see that little red right there. That is your glow plug indicator. And then you have your intake exhaust, says everything's good. Battery says we're good. Okay, it is 21 degrees Celsius in the room. It is set for 27 degrees Celsius. And our battery is reading 8.9 volt. That ain't good. No errors. Oh, fuel pump just cut on. Alright, we'll just give this thing some time. Let it warm up. Okay guys, since we've powered it on, it's been on 12 minutes. And you can see here, we're all the way up to temp now. And she is just a humming along right there. And I tell you what, that is really nice warm air. I wish I had a temperature gun. All right, let's step outside and see what it sounds like out here. It's not that bad. Not that bad at all. And that's with it running full blast right now. Well guys, so far this thing's just humming right along. It's been on for 52 minutes now. It's been running. So, and we've got the fuel pump turned down. It's quieting down. It's down to like an idle state, and you just hear the fuel pump click.
But other than that, this thing is quiet and it puts out the heat. And I'm gonna find my thermometer and we'll do some measurements on heat temps. So, well guys, I found my thermometer. We've got this, the control unit in manual mode. So in manual mode, it bypasses the thermostat and we got that fuel pump cranked up. This thing's running at full blast. It's up to temperature. It's probably been running for, I'd say somewhere around an hour or so right now. So I'm gonna pop that pipe off and we're gonna get some direct temp measurements on the heat exchanger. So let's see what the heat is.
I say it's pretty warm, guys. Let's see what the exhaust temps are.
Okay, now we've got the fuel pump turned all the way down. Once it cools off, let it run for a while, we'll measure some temps with it on this idle state.
That is at its idle state, lowest setting.
Well, that'll wrap up this video. Next video, we'll see if we can mount it in old Festiva. Y'all stay tuned for that.
Okay guys, this is the fuel line that was sent with the heater, and as you can tell, it's that big, soft, rubbery. It's not going to deliver fuel like it should. So I went out to the hardware store and got this line. And as you seen earlier, this line does a little better, but now we have the correct size line, which is 2mm ID, 4mm OD, and that's a hard plastic line, so it won't give, and you'll be able to get all the fuel delivery that you want. So let's do a test with this one and see how our output is here. Look at that. Let's get the air out of the system. Look at that.
How high you reckon that's jumping out of there?
5 to 6 inches. But see, that's giving us the fuel delivery that we're wanting.
Big difference.
Big difference.
So what does that matter if it's shooting out like that as opposed to the way it was?
I would say that whenever that fuel hits that atomizing screen, it'll atomize better, so you get a better burn. Therefore, a better burn is more efficient. And if it's more efficient, it should take less fuel to get the same amount of heat.
What size fuel line was that?
2mm ID, 4mm OD. And that's using after the fuel pump. So we used that green soft stuff coming in and then used little black rubber lines to connect. And then we'll run this hard plastic line on into the heater.